Why organizations use freelancers. Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of The Future in 5. My name is Jacob Morgan. This is where I share my thoughts, ideas, and commentary on the future of work in 5 minutes or less. I'm going to be spending the next couple of weeks talking a lot about the freelancer economy and the on-demand workforce. I've touched on some of these things in the past. They were very popular topics. And thanks to the folks over at Work Market, I'm going to be spending more time talking about this. If you haven't heard of Work Market yet, I guarantee you will. They're emerging as one of the leaders in the freelance management system space. Now, freelance management systems, if you haven't heard of them, not familiar with the term, if you haven't heard of it in the past, it's basically what allows organizations and freelancers to come together to work. They bring both sides of the equation together. They bring companies, they bring freelancers, happy harmony, everything works out just fine. If you want to learn more, I highly recommend that you check out workmarket.com, and you can find a lot more information on that there. So, big thanks to the guys at Work Market for making these videos possible, and I'm really excited to share more of what I'm seeing in the freelance management space. So, why are organizations working with freelancers to begin with? Well, as the on-demand economy, as on-demand labor starts to increase, organizations of all shapes and sizes, especially large organizations, are going to have to think differently about the way they service, compete, and innovate when thinking about the future of work. So what do? And why are they tapping into the freelancer economy to help them achieve that? Well, there are a couple of reasons. The first is the freelancer economy allows them to test things out. If you think about it, when you hire a full-time employee, it's sort of like getting into that relationship right away, right? It's marriage. But when you tap into the freelancer economy, what a lot of organizations are able to do is to hire several freelancers for one particular job. They still pay all of them, of course, and then decide who the best freelancer is for that particular role. So who's the best fit? Instead of committing to one person right away, you can tap into a couple people, see who does the best job, and that's somebody that you can bring on board for a longer term commitment. So that's reason number one, is testing. Reason number two, you get the ability to create ad hoc teams. If you quickly want to scale up or scale down, how are you going to do that if you don't tap into the freelancer economy? Right? If you need to, let's say you have a big marketing project or a big campaign that you're looking to push out, what are you going to do? Right? You can't just go to your company and say, hey, I need 20 people to help me work on this. You can quickly tap into the freelancer economy, get the right people that you need to make sure you can get that job done. The job gets done. That's it. Project over. And you can keep scaling up and down as you need and bringing in the right people when you need them to. The third reason why organizations are tapping into the freelancer economy is because of lower cost. Now, a lot of people don't realize this, but when you look at some of these large organizations around the world, and I won't name names because I don't want to get any hate mail from those companies, but some of the world's largest organizations are actually using a ton of freelancers. I mean, these are companies that have hundreds of thousands of employees that are leveraging just as many freelancers as they have employees, if not more so. We just don't hear about it because it's still very much taboo. They don't want to draw attention to themselves. But I'm telling you, these organizations, and you all know about them, you use their products every day, are using a lot of freelancers. They are already onto this. They're all over the place when it comes to freelancers. And they do it because it's lower cost for them, right? They don't have to spend a lot of money on insurance. They don't have to provide equipment. They don't have to do a lot of the things that they usually have to do for full-time employees. So the benefit for them is actually quite great. So 3 reasons so far why organizations are tapping into the freelancer economy. We have their ability to test. We have their ability to create ad hoc teams. We have lower cost. And the 4th reason is tapping into a global talent pool. Traditionally, when organizations were hiring, they would look just around themselves, right? You would go to campuses, you would go to where your headquarters is, and you would hire within a particular vicinity of where your company is based. If people don't live there, you try to offer relocation packages to bring them in. But with the on-demand economy, with the freelancer economy, you're able to tap into top talent regardless of where they are anywhere in the world. I'm going to share more about how I personally work with freelancers and where those guys are based in an upcoming video. But think about it. If you have an awesome designer or a marketer or a programmer that's based in, I don't know, Chicago and you're in San Francisco, or they're based in Australia or in England or in China, why shouldn't you be able to tap into that talent even though they are thousands of miles away? Right? We clearly have the technology for employees or for these freelancers to be able to do that work regardless of where they are. Why shouldn't we be able to tap into that talent? I can tell you, I've worked with amazing designers and developers and marketers that are thousands of miles away, and they do an awesome, awesome job. And I guarantee you, most companies are out there already doing this. So why tap into the freelancer economy? Because if you have an amazing person that you want to work with and they're thousands of miles away, you should be able to work with them. It opens up the talent pool to the entire world instead of just to a small area around you. So those are the main reasons why I am seeing organizations tap into the freelancer economy and the on-demand workforce. Curious to hear what you think. Are you a freelancer? Are you tapping into these organizations and working with global companies? Are you at an organization that is leveraging freelancers? Curious to hear what you think. Let me know in the comments below. And in the meantime, I highly recommend you check out workmarket.com. They do a lot of great content, produce a lot of great content on the future of work, on the freelancer economy, and you should definitely look out for them because they're going to make a big splash in this space. If you want to get access to more of these videos, you can visit thefutureorganization.com. That is where you can also find podcasts, you can get more videos, you can get blogs that I'm writing, and I'm working on a special show that's coming up in a couple months, so you'll be able to get a sneak peek on that as well, and you can check out the newsletter. If you have questions that you want me to talk about on the future of work or on the freelancer economy specifically, you can tweet them to me. My Twitter handle is Jacob M, or you can send me an email, jacob@thefutureorganization.com. I'm happy to answer any questions that you might have. I'll probably even put them up on the video. So if you want to know how I work with freelancers, how to find freelancers, how to manage freelancers, any questions that you have about the freelancer economy or the future of work, let me know and I will answer them here for you. I'll see you next time on an episode of The Future in 5. Hey, are you interested in the future of work? If so, make sure to subscribe to the YouTube channel so you can get all the latest content on the future of work and stay up to date on all the latest trends and happenings. Not to mention, you will make me very, very happy. Make sure to subscribe.